early morning, kinda sleepy, still yawning, log on it, dial toning, forever phoning for a blessing. Will you help me get my ass up out the bed and go? God love me cause he said it so. Don't look away cause I beg for more than I ever had. Praying for the future but I'm dealing with the past. Mama say I worry cause I'm too much like my dad. Some things are forever, nothing ever lasts. Like the rising of the sun or when Big Mama passed. Time travel fast, searching you shall find.
What's going on, people? I'm up here in Springfield at the Campus Inn. I just got done doing my upgrade today since my trainer had to go home for a funeral on Saturday, and it wouldn't really make much sense for me to just go sit in the truck at a truck stop while he prepared for his funeral, went to the funeral, and then, you know, got back in the truck on Sunday. So we got a load coming out of Colorado, and we ended up bringing it to this yard, to Springfield, to drop off for somebody else to take it to Alabama. And so since we were here, I just said I'll just stay here, go ahead and do my upgrade, even though, like I said before, I'm going to continue teaming with him through at least January. And so I didn't really have to upgrade now, but I've been had my miles, and I was going to be here anyway, so just might as well do the upgrade. So that's what I did. The upgrade was pretty easy. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be hard. We watched some videos, you know, like the Smith System videos, just defensive driving, just driving in inclement weather, you know, tips and stuff. He took a little some tests during the videos. There was like a video where they had a testing portion, you know, basically asks you what would you have done. It shows you a situation and it asks you what would you have done in this situation. And you just, you know, fill it on a piece of paper that they gave you, or worksheet they gave you. We did 2 driving assessments on the simulator, and then ultimately the final test was a back-end test, which was pretty simple. So, and then there was some more CBTs, computer-based training. That took about half the time. I think the class started at 7, and the actual class with the videos and the simulators was done about 11:30ish. And but I wasn't there doing them damn CBTs until like 3 o'clock for like 3 hours. I actually wanted to watch some of the videos. As y'all know, I'm going to go ahead and go into the lease. So when I got to the lease part, there was 3 lease videos, and they were all like 30 minutes long. So I just watched all of them through because I wanted to get all the information. So yeah, the upgrade wasn't a problem. Went ahead and knocked it out, you know. And but what I really came on here, or to make this video about, was to tell y'all about the TNT phase. Because I didn't do PSD. I see a lot of these PSD students out here. They're outside in the parking lot. They're pre-tripping these trucks and stuff. I don't know about the PSD, obviously, because I've already had a CDL. But I would imagine it's basically the same thing, what I'm getting ready to talk about. Going through the TNT, being on the truck, like what you should expect when you get on the truck. It's probably the same deal, because it's just a title. You know, your PSD is, you're still sharing a truck with the trainer, or sharing their truck. So basically what I'm saying is, when you get on the truck, what you need to expect is it's not that much room, okay? It's not a lot of space. And since I went straight into the TNT, it's training. It's teaming. That's basically what it is. So I'm driving, he's sleeping, he's driving, I'm sleeping. That's pretty much how it works out. So basically, whoever's in the bunk has the bunk to themselves. Now, depending on the type of person you are, maybe you don't want to sleep in the same bed as somebody else. Maybe your trainer doesn't want you sleeping in their bed. Most of them, like I said, I'm in a 2017 Cascadia. There's a bunk. I actually just sleep on the top bunk. I know they say it's not safe to sleep on the top bunk when it's in motion, but I'm just not feeling sleeping in somebody else's bed, and it's a lot to that equation, more than just sleeping in somebody's bed. For me, I got all my stuff on the top bunk. The top bunk for me right now in this truck that's just my zone, that's my area. He got all his stuff on the bottom, as well as in storage compartments and whatnot. But so basically, yeah, the point is, it's a limited space. So they tell you don't pack a lot because you don't come with 3 and 4 bags. You might end up with that dude or that female that's like, look, this is all the space you got. You better make it work. As I stated before in my prior videos, my trainer is pretty cool. As far as my stuff goes, he's not like, don't put your shit here, don't put your shit there. You can only go in that corner. But as I stated, I'm respectful. I got all my stuff on the top bunk. I'll actually take a picture or a small video when I get back in the truck to show y'all how I kind of got it set up. Maybe it can work for you as well. But I got a duffel bag, I have a book bag, and then I bought a little laundry bag. So I kind of just put my duffel bag on one side of the bed, and I set my book bag on top of the duffel bag, and then I got my dirty clothes bag that obviously when there's no dirty clothes, it's not really a factor, but when my clothes start to add up, I kind of just throw that on the other corner opposite of the duffel bag and stuff, which is in the leg area when I lay down to sleep. So I sleep up there, I keep my stuff stored up there. It works for me, and I feel like it's respectful to not just have my shit on his bunk or trying to take over cabinets and stuff. So yeah, so be cognizant of that. Then understand that Shadow Wolf has that campaign, wash your ass. Like I said, it's a limited space. It's a small, confined space. So any type of odors are going to be multiplied. So you need to keep up with your hygiene, and hopefully, for your sake, you end up with a driver or a trainer who is cognitive and conscious about their hygiene and make it a point to shower or do something. Because I got nothing but good to say about my trainer, which is why I decided to continue teaming with him. Because right now I could go to the leasing office and get me a truck and be rolling, within a day or two. But I'm gonna stick around with him for another at least 2 months. And but like I said, nothing bad to say about him, except my man is not as conscious when it comes to the BO at times. So he'll just let them Jones rip, and without hesitation or warning. And now I'm just having to suffer the consequences of him busting ass. But it is what it is. Some people couldn't deal with it. I got 3 brothers and 1 sister. I grew up with 2 of my brothers. That was not really out of the norm. That's kind of what we did for fun. Yeah, if you got brothers and siblings, you understand, But anyways, so just be aware of that, man. Like, be aware of your own BO, and then if you get on a truck with a trainer, man or woman, generally it's gonna be a man, because most women, wash themselves. But generally it's gonna be a man, and it's to the point where you can't deal with it. You might just want to go ahead and get off the truck, because it can become overwhelming. Like, I got my little air freshener bottle right here. The girl made up for me, and it's almost gone. So it's kind of like a Febreze mixture. Also be aware, like when you're driving, I'm in reefer and we're going to these pick up produce and meat loads, and when you get to the actual meat location, obviously it's not going to smell good because they're slaughtering animals. And you have the fucking livestock trucks coming in with the pigs and the cows and leaving the trailer ass smell behind them, and then you got the actual animals being killed on site, and it's not a good smell at all. And then driving to these areas, you're gonna hit stretches of the highway where it's like 3, 4, 5, maybe up to 10 miles of this just manured porta potty-ish smell that's just coming in through the vents, and there's almost nothing you can do about it unless you get some vent clips or something. So that's just a heads up to y'all. The third thing I want to talk about with the TNT is be ready to work. See, it's different for the PSD because you're being taught, so there's only one shift being ran. Either you're sitting in the passenger seat watching the driver, or you're driving and your trainer is sitting in the passenger seat and he's kind of watching and helping you. That's my understanding of it. TNT, as I said, it's a teaming thing. You need to drive your shift and they're going to drive their shift. You need to be ready to drive your shift. And we know the laws is you get up to 10 hours to drive a day. You don't get behind the wheel and drive 3 hours and think you know, I don't want to drive anymore. No, I knock out 8, 9, 10 hours. Like, okay, it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. You know, so be ready to work when you get out here. And if you've never driven before and you look at it and think, hey, this can't be that hard, you're just driving for, 8, 10 hours. It is, the fatigue will set in on you. It will set in on your ass. And if you start getting bored, that's even worse. Like, have you some music or MP3 or smartphones. I got a auxiliary cord. I just plug my phone right up to the radio that my music play. I got my headset. I talk to my family. I talk to, my son, my girl, my lady, my mom, my grandma, my brothers, some of my friends, just to pass time by. You'll be surprised. I mean, one night I talked on the phone between talking to my lady, then my son got on the phone, and I called one of my younger brothers. I had drove 6 hours, and it went by so fast because I was on the phone for the whole 6 hours. So bring something with you to, whether it's music, whether you invest you in one of these headsets, if you got somebody to talk to. Some people can just drive it. I mean, there are times where I just drive my 8, 9 hour shift and just have music playing and just, like I've said before, just kind of get lost in my thoughts and just let my mind wander and try to come up with ideas on how to better situate myself for future references. But yeah, be ready to work. So recap on those 3. I think those are the 3 main things you need to be aware of when you come out here and get ready to get into a truck with somebody for your training. The limited space, be prepared for the limited space. Prepare yourself. Right now it's going into winter. Obviously it wouldn't be smart to have a whole bunch of shorts. And if you're coming into this and it's the summer or spring, you probably don't want to pack a whole bunch of jeans and sweats. So be cognitive and aware of the time of year it is for how you dress. Be prepared to deal with the shifts that you're gonna have to drive. You might not get to drive in a day. Like I told you, I don't mind driving overnight. I actually prefer driving overnight. You might not like that, but you're gonna have to. If you gotta get some coffee, you gotta get you some energy drinks. You gotta do what you gotta do. Now, at the same time, if it's not safe, if you're just getting drowsy and you're not feeling safe, then you pull over. Obviously, you don't push it beyond your limits and then mess around and have an accident. But you don't just want to be out there being a slacker and just, well, I've been driving for 4 hours and I don't feel like driving anymore. No, unless you're tired and drowsy and it's going to be a hazard for you to drive, you need to drive your shift. But and then the BO, like, showering every day is not guaranteed, and it's really not likely. Every other day is more realistic. And what I've heard was, and what I applied to myself was, sometimes you gotta take your little, they call them bird baths, get you some baby wipes, man, hit your neck, your underarms, hit your private areas, get yourself a little freshened up until you can get to a shower. But being in that truck, man, with 2 body odors roaming around, or even just one, because you might be fine. You might be fine, but then your trainer might not be the best when it comes to it. Now you got to deal with their odor. So just to quote Shadow Wolf again, man, wash your ass, man. Don't be afraid to say something like, if you got to get off the truck, get off the truck. But if the dude ain't showered in a week, and trust me, it happens, like bro, you need to get in the shower. Like, it's rocking up in here, man. I can't even breathe in this joint. Like, yeah, that's something to be prepared for. And if need be, man, get up off the truck if the dude just ain't keeping up with his damn body. But yeah, that was about it, man. Hit y'all with the little quick TNT update. I'm officially done, so I'm officially in A seat. And just wanted to give y'all some some pointers and things to expect and look forward to if you decide to come out here with Prime or any other company. You're gonna have to go through that training phase unless of course obviously you're an experienced driver, you got OTR experience, then you're just gonna slide right into a truck. But even with me having the 4 years of CDL experience, I didn't have OTR experience, so I had to go into the training situation. So for those of y'all that's looking into it, man, that's just a bit of advice from your man JMV. I'll get back at y'all a little later. I got something else I feel that's worthwhile to inform y'all about. Until then, man, as always, stay up, stay safe.
It's only right that I address this. Gotta be in it to win it.
I never come lame, type killing in the game.